The ultimate test of whether or not you can work with the water rather than against it is to flat spin. And whether you're flat spinning on a wave or in a hole, the skill is ultimately the same. Flat spins require a fine-tuned feel for your quadrants and for what the river is doing. If you've learned about quadrants and you know how to surf, you're ready to learn how to flat spin. Learning flat spins isn't that hard, but it does require you to know how to surf and know how to use your quadrants. To flat spin in a hole, keep your eyes focused upstream so you always know where you are on the pile. Position yourself on a stable part of the pile near one of the corners. It may sound like a gut check, but one of the easiest ways to learn how to spin is to not use your paddle.
That way you can actually feel what you're doing. It actually makes it so much easier.
Initiate the spin by loading your quadrant on the downstream side in the direction that you want to spin. This is where you want to keep your weight and constantly edge your boat while you're completing your flat spins. To do this, you'll need to use your quadrants. Every time a quadrant passes under that fixed point, my weight is shifted there. This keeps the end of my boat that's upstream in the hole always pointed up and out of the way of the oncoming water. This transition happens just ahead of the spin, so you're always just a little bit ahead of where your boat is. The secret though is not to force it. You're not trying to force your kayak to spin in a circle. You're not pushing hard with your paddle or hard with your hands. You're using the water to do it for you. Keep your body relaxed and neutral, like the axle of a spinning wheel. There's no extreme body movements, you're not going back and forth, you're not leaning hard, you're just letting the spins happen.
Alright, so we're going to go into this little hole here, and the way that we're going to flat spin is we're going to be really careful with our quadrants. So I'm going to back right down and bring the stern around. I'm going to go to my front left to kind of bring the bow around. You have to make sure the other end every time you spin.
If you use the wrong quadrant, you can flush off the feature, but if you catch an end, you'll flip. The only difference on a wave is your need to tilt your boat more upstream. That means keeping your weight more upstream and holding a more precise edge. You still start the spin with a downstream quadrant, but instead of just holding your weight there, you're going to have to switch back to the upstream quadrant a little early. This means that every other quadrant has to shift back upstream. If you start to slip off of the wave, you'll also have to shift into an upstream quadrant toward the pocket. This keeps you on the face of the wave and helps gravity pull you down the face. In a hole, the pile keeps you moving upstream, so you don't have to rely as much on falling down the face. In fact, you really want to stay higher on the pile and out of the trough. So it's easier to learn how to spin in a hole than it is on a wave.
Alright, the best drill for learning how to flat spin in flat water is to use your quadrants. And so if I'm going to spin to the right, then I'm going to go in my quadrants the opposite direction to the left, right? So take a few strokes, get some speed up. If I'm going to spin to the right, I'm going to start on the front right quadrant. So I'm just going to shift my weight to the front right quadrant. My boat will start to slide around, then I switch it to the front left quadrant. It'll finish sliding around. Take a couple of backstrokes. If I want to bring my bow around, I'm looking for a floaty feeling. So now I'm going to weight the back left quadrant, and my boat just floats around. Switch to the back right quadrant before it drags, and then you're back forward again. That's how you know if you can spin or not. Get some speed up, and you can do it without carving, because if you dig and you carve, then you're on the wrong quadrant. So the most common mistake people make is they start with their front right quadrant, switch to their front left quadrant really well, but but then when they try to bring their boat around, they're on the wrong quadrant. And so they get hung up. Now we'll try it on the left side. Spinning to the left, we're gonna go to the right. Front left quadrant, front right quadrant, back right quadrant, back left quadrant, front left quadrant.
If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. I know it's crazy to always have to ask for subscribers and likes. It's not for my ego, I promise. It really just helps me keep the channel going. Without your support, YouTube doesn't think it's special. And it also affects the type of opportunities I get down the road and the ways that I can get paid down the road. So please hit that subscribe button just to support. There's also another way you can support. Go to my website and sign up for my email list, and then you'll be one of the first to know for when I'm doing an instructional opportunity near you. And now that includes virtual coaching. So I can do a virtual video review with you or virtual consultations as well. So make sure you go to my website and check that out at boydruppelt.com. I'll see you on the river.